Janiah Barker can contribute in so many ways. Her defense, her rebounding, and she spaces the floor for the Aggies.
Or it's a jump ball or travel. Turnover here either way for South Carolina. Possession goes to A&M. Christy, break it down. Styles in this matchup here today. What has to happen for Texas A&M to pull off that upset?
Well, first of all, both these teams defensive minded. Both these teams are tops in the nation in rebounding. So it's going to be the other pieces, meaning you've already seen both offenses have trouble getting into it because of the denial defense. How can they get in the offense? How deep will they go into their offenses? First, second, third options have to be available.
Barker shoots over Cardoso off the mark, and South Carolina loves to push the tempo. They get down the floor quickly with Johnson. Sarah Jones tried to save it. That will get us to a timeout. South Carolina on top by 8. Camila Cardoso, the 6'7" senior from Brazil, showing that speed with the finish. And South Carolina rolling here in the second. Remember, A&M led 17-16 before this burst by South Carolina to put the Gamecocks on top by 8. Watkins for Cardoso. MJ Johnson there defensively.
Nice double team by Barker.
So Johnson adds to her total. Not this time. Batted into the hands of Barker. And here's Rogers. No scoring for Rogers yet. She's 0 for 3 from the field. All 3 field goal attempts, 3-pointers, and they've been pretty deep ones as well. Cardoso out near midcourt. But then she recovers to get the deflection. All coming in the first half. Mentioned her day against Mississippi State, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals.
Great read by Watkins. She saw that her defender turned her back and just cut hard to the glass.
15 assists on 19 field goals for South Carolina. Koulibaly. Fouled by Watkins. Pause for a second. As Koulibaly
back door gets fed, gets the finish.
First personal on Watkins. Saw the 19 assists per game. They had a 30 assist game on 35 field goals, by the way, against Kentucky. And making their free throws. Koulibaly into double figures. She has 11. Back to a 12-point game. Fagan travels. First turnover of the second half for South Carolina.
There's some South Carolina fans not agreeing with that call, but I thought she switched the pivot feed as she tried to hit the ball on the floor.
Dawn Staley has had many different looks and combinations on the floor throughout the course of the season. Right now it's Cardoso hits on the bench. Koulibaly may be bleeding, and that's why she's signaling to the bench.
Well, again, team defense. Koulibaly gets in the arm on the hand on the ball as Chloe Kitts is going up. That's why the jump ball was called.
Koulibaly out in front of the scorer's table. They're just going to bring her out of the game for the moment to be 10-2. And MJ Johnson, Sahara Jones will come into the game.
And look who's coming to the scorer's table now.
Let's see, top of your screen, Barker taking a seat in front of the official score. Inside of 8 minutes to go now. Green. "17 points for Camilla. Bulls. Shot clock down to 7 for. Well, I want
That's the best free throw shooter on the team. Sorry, just shooting the 2 free throws.
Just looked at. I saw bonus, so I got you. It's a little early for the bonus with 5.5 to go, but that's what makes you a great teammate. You corrected it. I still would have put Camilla at the free throw line for the tease.
I think Camilla was auditioning for the next time with those 2.
And she made them both. Leave her there. She could make 4 in a row.
I mean, are you questioning Dawn Staley? Because she did say that you had a face for radio yesterday.
She did say that. She said it in jest, I think.
Did she?
I
Did
hope.
you hear it?
So they're still sorting things out here at the table. This may have been part of my confusion, so now I feel a little bit better. Christie's giving an explanation from Gina Cross. When the explanation is that long, that makes me feel better that my confusion was warranted.
So she said the fifth foul was committed. It should have been the technical free throws first.
Yes.
So they're going to wipe those free throws that Camila Cardozo shot off. That's what she said. And then they will get the ball.
So Camilla's 2 free throws don't count. That's the tease for Pow Pow. And there's another explanation going on here at her announce table. See how nice Christie's suit is? How focused she is while I'm complimenting her suit. Did you hear me? I got you.
All right, big brother. So the technical foul made it the fifth foul. So Cardozo, the foul committed on Cardozo was the fourth. So it should have been 2 free throws. It's a correctable error. So they wiped the free throws away. The technical foul was what Pow Pow shot. The 2 technicals, and now they got ball back.
You see why my confusion. If I see Cardozo by herself at the free throw line, she's shooting tees. And I think that should be what happens next because they took 2 free throws away from her. So
we got it. You want Cardozo to shoot technical free throws.
I made my point clear. Here's Johnson. It's a free throw contest right now. Now, Dawn Staley is getting the explanation I believe you got.
And I like the play call. Get it to the best player today on your team, Aisha Coulibaly. Get her downhill where she's had success and do it quickly. This is where A&M right now, I expect after the free throws, extend it back into some of that full court pressure. They've got to speed South Carolina up and to cut into this lead.
Lauren Ware will come into the game for NJ Johnson.
Here's
a new season high for her, Christy. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, here's the full court player-to-player defense. Chloe Kiss just brings it up easily.
Coulibaly now 10 of 12 from the line after going 1 for 2. Pow Pow back out to Kitts. Kitts turns down the 3. We'll try the deep 2 instead. Lauren Ware with the rebound.
Green needs to try to push pace here. She's walking it up.
Inside of 5 minutes to play. Coulibaly comes up short. Coulibaly's not done yet. And stepping out of bounds is Rogers. South Carolina basketball. That will get us to a media timeout. This is quarterfinal number 1 of 4 here in
Tuscaloosa. Defense was the key for Alabama in that game. I'm really eager to see the adjustments Tennessee has today as they take on the Crimson Tide.
You will see the rematch coming up next, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game here in Greenville. Here's Full Wiley with the basketball. Chloe Kitts leans in and count it and 1.
Another 2 points on the afternoon.
And the foul was on Janiah Barker. She's done. She fouls out with 4:17 to go in the fourth. She picked up that 4th foul with 6:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. So really a non-factor in the second half. She finishes the game with 11 points. Eighteen-point game. Here's Rogers.
Even better, get a turn.
Finish, but not finished on the glass. And it'll be South Carolina basketball.
Kiss just stays active on the offensive end for the Gamecocks right now, extending this possession.
Rogers will come out. Hilton will come on. Well, Wiley defended by Bowles. Watkins. Aisha Coulibaly Now with 23 points and a chance back on for South Carolina. Fantastic performance by Aisha Coulibaly. 24 points. 6-1, couldn't get it, and then a foul is called on Texas A&M. Coulibaly picks up her first personal.
And did what they needed to do there. They forced the turnover, just could not finish. And it takes me back to the first quarter the first half when they forced the 15 turnovers, but they could not consistently capitalize to cut into the lead.
Well, Wiley to the free throw line to shoot a couple. 77% free throw shooter. That's why I work with you, / shoe change expert.
She was frustrated in the first half. I said I had something to do with it. Let me get my new kicks on.
Coulibaly fouled by Watkins, and back to the free throw line goes Aisha Coulibaly for her 14th and 15th flying time. Ready to go now for a couple of free throws. Coulibaly getting closer to her career high of 31. She's blown past her season high of 20, now at 26. Final minute, and Texas A&M, South Carolina. But A&M in the last 4 in group, according to Charlie Cream, a net of 43. This can only help their cause come next Sunday.
Absolutely, and we saw an India Rogers that looked really good yesterday. Looked a little fatigued today because again, she hasn't practiced. So to go back-to-back games is a lot for any player, much less when you haven't had a lot of reps in recent weeks.
In the end, it will be another win for South Carolina.